The Democratic Alliance has harsh words for the ANC as the party prepares to table a motion of no confidence against Johannesburg Mayor Herman Mashaba. The party is accusing the ANC of trying to regain control of the metro and described the move as a smokescreen. Joining me now to discuss this issue further is the ANC's Johannesburg Regional Secretary, Dada Morero. Mr. Morero, there's been a history of the DA and the ANC trading motions of no confidence. What's the motivation behind this call to axe Herman Mashaba?
Well, the ANC is convinced, as we have said in 2017, we did raise a motion of no confidence. And what we had raised on that motion was issues around the fact that the city's financial position is in dire strain, it's not in a healthy position. So we did raise those issues, and we think we're raising the very same issues once more again. We're also raising the fact that the city of Johannesburg, we believe as the ANC, has actually failed to deal with issues around service delivery. If you go to the townships, there's an increase of dumping sites precisely because waste has not been removed. But in other areas, mainly in your suburbs, which is said to be the constituency of the DA, you'd realize that waste removal is happening consistently, road surfacing is, resurfacing is happening consistently, robots are working. But in the townships, it's the opposite. Waste is not being removed, there's potholes, there's no roads resurfacing, etc., etc. So we are challenging the DA to say, look, we've been giving you an opportunity to govern the city, but you have consistently failed our people, and therefore, as the ANC, we think it's time to raise a motion of no confidence against Mayor Mashaba.
Now, what do you think of the DA's claims that this is just a smokescreen to regain control of the metro? Surely financial constraints and failures are not endemic only to DA-run municipalities, and the counter-argument has been given that townships already face a historic backlog of service delivery, so that failures of service delivery at the moment can be pointed to historic backlog as opposed to current failures?
No, it has always been an excuse of Herman Mashaba to say it's a backlog. If you don't maintain, if you don't invest, you'll obviously have problems with infrastructure collapsing. And in fact, in the past few years when the ANC was in control, we had budgeted enough for infrastructure, we had invested in development of infrastructure, upgrades of infrastructure. But now what is happening is that those budgets have been redirected. You find that, for example, the budget to upgrade and correct problems in the hostels have been reduced, which indicates to you that anything that is in the township, it's not being taken serious by the DA administration, and we have raised this issue. Issues around enforcement, law enforcement has not been happening, which has resulted, for example, in mushrooming of informal settlements. If you go to the deeper south of Johannesburg, there's mushrooming informal settlements in Lenasia, which has now caused problems between communities. But if they had dealt with a bylaw enforcement, would not be facing the problems that we are facing now. But they decided to allow this thing to happen precisely because they want to remain in power. Because the EFF would have given them a finger, or the EFF would have said, why are you removing the people? So they've allowed lawlessness throughout Johannesburg, and that's a problem. And it's one of the reasons that we're saying that the DA should leave.
While we're talking about service delivery issues, what impact do you think that this political impasse has on service delivery, with the focus being so strongly on trading of political blows as opposed to service delivery?
Oh, no. Look, we are the largest party in council. We said to the DA in 2016, yes, you were able to unseat the ANC through a coalition, but these are the issues that we have that we want to discuss consistently with you. Let me tell you something that may shock residents of Johannesburg, the largest party in Johannesburg. The DA has never even met with the ANC to discuss the future of the city.
So there's absolutely no cooperation in your
absolutely.
From the DA side? Have you been willing to cooperate
as
with
the ANC? We have cooperated. We've always said to them, can we have meetings? Can we talk? because this is about the city of Johannesburg. It's about the residents. It's not about party political interest, but it's about the residents of the city. In fact, you'll be shocked if you can go back to all the speeches of Mayor Mashaba. Not even one single speech he would have acknowledged just the presence of the ANC in council, but all what he sees is corruption when he sees the ANC. He's attacking the ANC left, right, and center. But he has never even proved any form of corruption that the ANC has done in Johannesburg. So it's very disturbing that you have the largest party, but it can't even be recognized.
Thank you very much for that clarification. We've been speaking to the ANC's Regional Secretary, Dada Morero, getting some clarity on their call for Mayor Herman Mashaba to be axed.